Yes, hello everybody. This is Ray from Rays United, and I'm back. Today we're going to talk about Open Mainnet's announcement. Obviously, all of you know about it. If you're a pioneer and you don't know about it, then you should find somewhere. But I know all of you know about the Open Mainnet announcement, obviously for 2024. So that will be the main subject of today. People are still having the KYC issues. I'm going to talk about that. And if you've got any questions, this is the end of year Pi Network live show, or the Pi Network end of year live show. So this is the final material before the end of the year. We only have just over 24 hours for the year to come to an end. So, so many things have happened within 2024 with respect to Pi Network. And if you're one of those who um, is ready for what's about to happen, then smash the like button, of course, smash the subscriber button, become a member. Let's watch the channel grow. Share the content, of course, let everybody know, because this is the final piece before the end of the year. So a lot of people are anxious about, the announcement, what next. Obviously, people are announcing different things. So many different outlets are saying so many different things. But let's bring it down to earth. And when I come back, is on.
United. Oh my God, Waze made another one. Woo!
Yes, I'm back. Oh, this is not Nova. This is Pi. So let me put a Pi one there very quickly. Yes, it is Pi. So the Pi Network New Year live show. This is it. Happy New Year to all of you. Those of you who I may not be able to communicate with before the year comes to an end. Happy New Year to you. And obviously, smash the like button if you know that you're gonna enjoy the show in the next 40 minutes or so. Let's see how that one goes. Because listen, Pi Network obviously is the um, pioneer of mobile mining crypto. We all know that, right? So, hats off to them. We need to respect the project, of course, and we need to respect where the project has come thus far. So, respect to that. And obviously, we need to also pay homage to the core team and everybody, Nicholas Kukalis, Chenja Fan, all the others who have contributed behind the scenes, of course, technically, to ensure that Pi Network comes to the fray. And of course, we, the pioneers who built this project, obviously helped build the project to the tens of millions that we have, over, I think, over 50 million as we speak at the moment, unofficially. So these are numbers which are huge. Do you get what I'm saying? Huge numbers. However, like I said, there's always a caveat: quality over quantity. So we can have millions of people. If so many of them haven't gotten KYC'd, then we still can't get to the promised land, which is open maintenance. Do you know what I'm saying? And people might say, yeah, we should do this, we should do that. I advocate for intrinsic utility building. I always advocate for that. I always tell people, listen, make sure if you're a validator, get people KYC'd. If you're not a validator, you've been KYC'd, become a validator and start validating people. Because even if we get 100,000 people becoming validators today, we're going to get 1 million people KYC. Do you know why? Because when you become a validator, you gain access to the first 10 validations. You understand? And then after that, anything can happen. So becoming a validator is essential. So if we get 100,000 pioneers becoming validators as we speak, we will get 1 million pioneers KYC'd. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it will be 10 per validator for starters. And then the rest you'll have to grind and hustle to get a lot more. So people need to understand that we are the ones that could help we could obviously speed up the open mainnet date. If we hit all the milestones, obviously developers make sure we get to 100 quality DApps or utilities. If we're able to get there, then we'll be headed a bit closer. If we're able to get people migrated, I think it's 10 million. At the moment, we have about 3 point something million migrated. And of course, we need 15 million to be KYC. We have about, I think, 8 million. I'm not reading, I'm looking at you or looking to you. So we need the numbers. Right now, I would say we're 40% through the project. You understand? We're 40%, not 40% through the project, 40% through where we need to get to. So if we're 40% through and that took 2 years, we could speed it up. Somebody call it a meta claw effect. You can understand what I'm saying? Which means that the more people we tell, each and every one of them are able to do even one, or is able to do even one, that helps. Do you know what I'm saying? So the pioneers who aren't mining, we need to get them back mining to let them know, listen, we're on the verge of getting to mainnet, but it's dependent on us. We need to work hard to get there now. We can't just sit by and watch the core team do everything. Do you know what I mean? So, open mainnet's announcement for 2024, there's always a but. There's always a but. The three conditions that we need to meet, and these three conditions are paramount. Obviously, the third one is unforeseen circumstances. So, we hope and pray that economic downturn will not affect it. And mostly economic downturn actually springs up a surge in adoption of cryptocurrency. So I don't think, and obviously that's how cryptocurrency work. I remember when we were on lockdown due to COVID, a lot of people turned to cryptocurrency. So I wouldn't say I want any economic downturn or natural disasters or pandemics or whatever. I don't want any of that because that affects our day-to-day life. So nobody would want that. But what we would want is us ourselves building Pi Network, and we've built it to a certain point. But I feel like, or even according to the core team, we haven't done much to get us to open mainnet. And I get it. We have over 50 million engaged pioneers. So if we need 50 million to be KYC, that's about 30%. Do you get what I'm saying? Migrations, of course, we need 10 million to be migrated. As we speak, we have about 3.8 million, I think, who are migrated. And of course, we need developers to build utilities. And to do that, we also need to help them. Do you understand? And the core team need to help them financially because most of them, as long as we're not in the open mainnet, can't function due to lack of finances. Do you get what I'm saying? So all of these things need to happen. These are the factors. They've listed it to us. They've given us the version 2 of the roadmap. So obviously it's an extension of version 1. So if you look at version 2, there are some specifics. I was actually bemused and a bit surprised that they were able to say that, even though they told us straight away that there are no specific dates, so dates haven't been set, so people shouldn't start setting dates. However, I know, I've been reliably informed that, and this was months ago, if you remember when I started this countdown, I started it after Pi 2 Day, and I said open mainnet would not happen until after Pi 2 Day. I said that, and I stick by it. Do you get what I'm saying? I stick by it. So it's up to you. A lot of people think it's going to happen before. It won't, because we would be able to build our ecosystem to as strong as it's supposed to be by Pi 2 Day. So it will be after that. It could probably even be 2025. But let's hope that it is 2024. Let's hope latter part of 2024, not till after Pi 2 Day. I can tell you that. So before I continue, let me give you shout outs. Happy New Year to all of you, of course. Enjoy your celebrations wherever you're at from tomorrow onwards. If you're in Australia, you celebrate it way earlier than those in, say, the west coast of the United States, and so on and so forth. So let's give some shout outs. Let me know where you're watching from. It's really, really, really important. Let's see what people are saying. Obviously, I've given you shout outs, so I need to see I need to see you saying hi in return. And let's see. Of course, you can also become a member if you want to. I'll be doing, from the new year, I'll be doing shows for members, of course. So members will be able to have shows attributed to only them. So we will see. We will see. We will see how that one goes. And of course, let me see. So I'm gonna put all of these comments aside because I'll talk about them. I'll talk about them later on. Let's see. Um, don't worry, the next show is about ICE. It will follow this immediately. Let me see the time for that. The next show will be about ICE, so we'll talk about so many things about ICE network. So 3 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. GMT. There's going to be a live show. Obviously, that's for ICE, which will be the ICE network New Year live show. So this is for Pi Network. So let's focus on Pi Network. But in the next 30 minutes or so, we will be delving into ICE. And trust me, there are lots that I need to tell you when it comes to ICE network. But right now it's about Pi Network. So let's do it. As people say, I mistakenly. How did you mistakenly when that was your choice? Goodness me. Um, let's see. All right. Happy New Year, Raymond or Raymond Constant. Um, let's see. All right. Uh, let's see. Empire is not a scam. So, uh, thank you so much, Lizzie. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. You see, these are the people that appreciate the work I do, and I also appreciate them. Therefore, they deserve special shows. They deserve special sort of dispensation. They deserve special treatment. That's just fact. You know, if somebody's contributing to the betterment of your channel and recognizes what you do, you need to also, in return, appreciate what they do and acknowledge it. It's very important. Thank you so much, Lizzie B. You know, you're my very good friend. So yeah, thank you so much for that. Of course, members' comments are always priority as well. Good morning to you, Lizzie, where you're at. Obviously, it's afternoon here, but I know in Canada it's morning, early morning. Ogu, great, saying wish you the same. Thank you so much. And don't worry, I'll be talking about KYC very soon because that will be the main subject. That's actually one of the main subjects because there's nothing we can do about the open mainnet announcement than to take it with a pinch of salt. Of course, we have to take it with a pinch of salt. Jean-Claude, Jean-Marie, yes, thank you so much. Happy New Year to you too. ABC saying excellent work, Mr. Ray. Your live broadcast on Pi Network is really helpful and informative. Thank you so much, ABC. Okay, so let's do this. So as I was saying, before I delve into the other segment of this show, which is the KYC still an issue segment, remember, like I said, we should take the Pi core team's announcement with the recent announcement with a pinch of salt. We should, because there are no dates set, so nobody should sit down and start speculating whilst you're not even working, promoting propaganda. There are a lot of people promoting propaganda. They're not actually contributing to the betterment of the ecosystem. All they do is promote propaganda. All they do is promote lies. All they do is destroy people's names. All they do is call people. You know, there's no need for that. We just have to be a team. You know, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and you know, the way they're trying to drag his name under the through the mud, I'm like, nah, people should stop it. If the guy is growing, he's putting a lot of work, and that's why he's growing. So people should be appreciative of the hard work others put in. Do you know that before I came on live, my system wasn't working? That's why I couldn't do the Nova Network show because my system wasn't working, unfortunately. But I didn't tell you that. I didn't come here sulking and complaining and all of that. But behind the scenes, I mean, Lizzie, she's done a show before on raysunited. She knows the work you need to put in before you come on live. She's aware of that. So that's why she doesn't take these things for granted. And so when we're doing stuff and somebody sits somewhere and says, oh, you're just looking for clout, I'm like, what? You think if it's clout, I didn't know what to do? I know exactly what to do. I'll support GCV. And then that would give me 100,000 subscribers. But how quality will that be? It would not be quality. It would just be quantity. And I'm all about quality, organic growth. Do you get what I'm saying? Organic growth. And so, personally, listen, people, you need to be very cautious, very cautious. All right. Let's see who is here as well. Lizzie say, yeah. Please remember to smash the like button and become a member. Yes, thank you so much. It's not easy, but Ray has come a long way. Thank you so much. Andy Khan Asuko saying, man of honor, thank you so much, and happy new year to you. Let me see. So I'll store every um, I'll store every KYC comment, and so I'll talk about it. Caroline, happy New Year to you too. Let me see. Someone, okay, I think I've wished everybody that's also wished me. All right, okay. So let's now talk about the next bit. Obviously, I stored it, so let's see. J Dog saying that he's um, he's done a lot of KYCs. He did a lot of KYCs yesterday. All right, that's great. That's great. I tried doing it, I couldn't because remember it's regional. So I tried doing it. Let me try and see right now as we speak because it's important that we all try to do the KYCs. Remember, because we want to speed up the whole thing, and if you want to speed it up, you have to do some KYCs. So right now I'm trying. You can see I'm trying. There it is. Obviously, I don't know if my camera will pick it. Yep, it's picked it. So I'm trying. Yep. Trying to, I'll try 5 times, and if that doesn't work, then I'll come back and we'll have a conversation. Lonray saying, I'm having issue. What issue, Lonray? You need to type it in. What issue are you having? Big name saying, issue with change of name. Oh yeah, that is also another issue that you're very right. Paves saying I resubmit KYC one a week ago or so. Big name saying I mistakenly put in my nickname when I registered for Pi Network in 2019. I tried changing it, but I can't. Even while I do my legit KYC, I'm not still verified. This whole thing is just tiring. I think what the core team are going to do in order to speed up what they're going to do, they're going to provide us with another form of name change. So, I mean, way to a process where we can change our name. Well, my name is the original name right from the beginning, and obviously at the time I hadn't put my middle name. So once we were given that prompt, I put in my middle name, and everything was changed. Then I was able to be KYC'd and eventually migrated. So they will do that. They will do that. They'll provide that very soon. And when they do, I think they have, but a lot of people don't know where they are. So go check it on the go check it on somewhere else, and then I think on one of the chat groups, if you go there, they will give you the link in order to be able to change your name. Somebody else here saying spent 3 years with Pi and I can't do KYC, no slot available. Yeah, I don't know. The core team explained it. I mean, they explained the reasons why some people aren't able to be KYC'd. Whether or not that is the reason, I do not know. Why am I not seeing people on my region to validate? Even me, I can't validate anyone. Look, see, I can't validate anyone. See, still searching. Can you see? Still searching. So that's what we do. That's what we do. We need to keep going. We can't stop. We need to keep going. What's it saying? Jean-Claude Jean-Marie here saying I submitted my KYC 1 week ago, so it hasn't been validated. No, it hasn't been, but at least you've submitted it, so that's okay. Ori Smartphone say yes, I expected more advanced news on what they're going to do about the KYC. I'm a validator, but I'm not getting validation to do like before. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. And I don't know why, to be honest. I really don't know. I think most of them are being reserved for the newly KYC people who want to be validators because they need their first 10 to kickstart. So that is the reason why those of us who've been validators for a long time aren't getting people to validate because they need the newbies who have just been KYC to also get people to validate. So that is one of the reasons. But that's not to say that we shouldn't get to KYC people because at the end of the day, if the process has to be expedited, then we have to be able to KYC people. Do you get what I'm saying? We have to be able to KYC people. And that is the way because once they KYC, eventually they'll get migrated. Checklist number 8 will be done. And, we'll be heading closer and closer to open mainnet. But like I said, at this pace, at this rate, we will not. And I told you before, months ago, those of you that have been watching me for a while, if you can put in the comments if you know, I always said it months ago. that it's not going to be before Pi 2 day. Mark my words, it will be after Pi 2 day, any moment after Pi 2 day. And there's, reasons why that's the case. Listen, there's a calculated step that the core team are taking, because remember, the bull run is coming. And so you don't want to do things without knowing when exactly the bull run will be in 2024. So they can withhold a bit of the KYC process to make sure that it's a bit, steady and slow, or slow and steady. And then when they realize that we're about to get closer to it, they would expedite it, and KYCs will be done, and migrations will be done, and because migrations, they control that. Remember, they control the migrations. If they release Pi into the major address on the blockchain, we know, I think 50 million they do release periodically sometimes for migrations. So when you see that happening regularly, then it's getting closer and closer. Do you know what I mean? These are the things you need to be looking for. You can't just be there and start typing things on social media just because you have a big account. So you type it, and when do you think it's gonna be? Like, you see people type it. When do you think it's gonna be? You think it's gonna be that? Listen, we do polls, and they have to be genuine polls. You can't just do repetitive polls just because you want clout, you want following, you want people just falling into those traps. We have to be realistic here. This is a serious game. It's not some joke. Do you know what I mean? Serious business. Let's see. So let me see. Somebody here, I think somebody called Kabir, said, hello, sir, my question is, will Pi Network permit restate? What's restate? Before open mainnet, similar to what? Pre-stake is what you're saying? I don't know what that means. If it's pre-staking, we're already doing that. That's the lockup. That's the Pi lockup. So if that's what you mean, then that's Pi Network calls it the lockup, the Pi lockup. We're already doing that. We've been doing that. We've been doing that. How many Pi does get one to validate? You don't need a number of Pi. You just have to be KYC'd you need to be KYC'd in order to become a validator. Or what? Get for one validation. Oh, how much Pi, or how much Pi does one get for one validation? No, it's not by a validation. Remember, this is one thing I need to explain to people. Let me put this on the screen. How much Pi does one gets for each validation? Let me just paraphrase it. So when it comes to validation, technically, ordinarily, each validation which is successful. Remember, a successful validation. When we say successful, not what you put through. What you put through and was ratified by the AI or by the algorithm or by the Pi core team. Once that's done, so let me just put a hypothesis here. So let's say I validate one person right now. The person that I validated goes through. Ordinarily, if it goes through, I get 0.25 Pi. Do you understand? And when I say go through, I'm not talking about my successful one. I'm talking about the success it gains when it goes through the next phase, which is where the AI is going to check if what I did was correct. Then I gain a 0.25. So don't use what you've done to multiply by 0.25. No, you wouldn't know until mainnet, when we're being given our bonuses for obviously validating people. Do you know what I mean? So you can validate many people, but if most of them aren't successful, you're not going to get Pi for the unsuccessful validations. Do you understand? When I say unsuccessful, I'm not talking about yours. I'm talking about when it goes through the process after yours. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Remember that. I tried to do KYC, but seems I'm blocked since last year. Just validated about 600 people. Well, you validated a lot, so don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. All right. Will we get a KYC slot? I'm still waiting for it. Yeah, you should. It's been a while I've seen you check it dodgy. It's been a while. You used to be a very regular follower, but you went offline for a while. Um, Lizzie B here saying, my downline that got stuck in KYC for 1.5 years finally got it. The core team is making huge strides. Of course they are. When it's your turn, I'll keep this on the screen for people to see. This is important. So Lizzie is saying that a downline who was stuck in KYC for 1.5 years has finally got it done, and the KYC done, of course. And yeah, the core team are making inroads. So let's pay attention. Tunde here is saying, I've cut a code, so it's a bit hard to speak. Ray, well done for the good job. Information is power, and many thanks for always informing your audience with with needed info. Love you guys. Love you too, my guy. Thank you so much. Team Music International. Yeah, okay. Let me give some props to Team Music International. So you see the song you normally hear. This one. This tune, yeah. Yeah, that one. This is the producer of that song. So let's give some shout outs to Team Music International. Obviously, been off the radar for a while. For some time, I've not been well. Oh my God, sorry about that. You should have sent me a message on Telegram, my guy. My only issue with Pi is that I already passed KYC about 8 months ago, but no migration to Mainnet. Don't worry, it's going to happen. The process is ongoing. You're in the stack. So when it's your turn, you will get migrated. And thank you so much. Please, let's give him some props. He's the one that produced the beat. Not the other one. The main one was done by my nephew, but this one for this tune, for this show, was done by Team Music International. Thank you so much. I hope I got it right. Unless maybe I'm giving props to the wrong person, but I think he's the right person. Let's see. It would be great if the core team. Let me see. It would be great if the core team can introduce notification sound once validation is found. Yeah, that could be cool. I mean, they should itemize things. So when you get stuff done, it should be itemized so you know what you've done. Yeah, maybe stuff like that will be able to help. Guys, I would like each and every one of you who is a validator to put in how many validations you've done and how many of them were successful. Let us know. Be truthful. Don't lie. Just be truthful to yourself, just like Lizzie has done over here. Lizzie says she's done 18 validations and have 13 successful validations. So that's good. But those 13 don't mean that those are actually successful, because they will still have to go through the next phase, which once they go through, and remember, not just you validated somebody using a different parameter, somebody will also validate that same person using another parameter, and so on. So if all comes together and they've passed, then you will get your contribution, which is obviously a 0.25 for one validation. So it's like the person who gets validated pays 1 pi, and that 1 pi is shared amongst 4 validators, something like that. You know what I mean? It's easy maths. Hello, Ray from Nepal. Can 100 apps be made? Could it be possible within 2024? I am not sure it will be possible, but you never know. People may be building behind the scenes. That's the thing. So I am using it based on the rate at which we've got our 40. Do you know what I mean? So it's taken 2 years to get, or over 2 years to get 40, genuine apps or D apps. Are we sure we can do that within 6 months? 60 within 6 months? Let's see. 60 within a year? Let's see. But fingers crossed, we hope that happens. And if that happens, that will be one of the conditions met. Of course, KYC, we needed 15 million minimum. Validations, migrations, we need 10 million minimum, and so on and so forth. So, hey, that's what we need to look at. Darksh, yeah, I'm doing great. Darksh, how are you? I hope you're doing great as well. ABC is saying, Siri, can you please let us know how pioneers are selected for migration? Is it sequentially done from the completion date of step 7 or selected randomly? It's random. It's random. It's like thrown into a pool and they just, like lottery, doop, 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 like that. So it just chooses randomly. So if you find yourself maybe somewhere hidden in some stack, it becomes a little bit harder. But anyway, like I said, it's random. So some people get immediately. Mine was immediate. It didn't keep long at all. my migration took place extremely quick. Do you know what I mean? Let me see what people are saying. Don't forget, immediately after this is the ice show. Immediately after this is the ice show. So don't forget. Let me see if I can change the background of this one. I hope I don't alter things. Let me see. Okay, I can. All right. So yeah. So the next show will be um, the next show will be the ice show. It's going to be immediately after this one. Let me actually change the time. Oh, I'm going to validate somebody. Yes, validations are happening. Validations are happening. Oh, it expired. Ha ha! It expired because I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking. Bloody hell. Anyway, so don't forget if you're, and of course you can join my Nova Network team. You can join my team as well, Nova Network, all 47 of you if you haven't joined. I know Lizzie's already there. I know some of you are already there, but those of you that aren't on the Nova Network, you can join as well. The link is in the description, so go there, click on it, and join. So as I'm speaking, a few people have joined. Great. I've got some bonus to look forward to on ice. So let me click on that and get my bonus. How much? 193%. That's great. Um, yeah, the slashing is taking place. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about the slashing. It's huge. The numbers are huge. Per hour, I get slashed about almost 200 ice per hour. I get slashed about 200 ice. So that's a lot. But I'll talk about that during that time and I'll explain to you the significance. Nicholas did mention in development chat room that new node version is expected to be released in January, just for information. All right, thank you so much, Hamza. Um, Thanks Sianven is saying that I've done 1,052 successful validations. That's good. Saeed saying he's done 97. Opeyemi saying he's done 54 with 44 successful ones. Jamal saying they say the bull run will be in April 20. It will be in the spring of 2024. So from between April and June, any of those any time within that period should receive. We should witness the bull run. Obviously, the Bitcoin halving. Hello Ray, I'd love an update on tentative approvals. Yeah, that is also something that they're prioritizing. Of course, they are prioritizing that. So don't worry, the tentative KYC is important. They count that as KYC. To be honest, they do count tentative KYC as KYC, even though it's tentative, and they count it as part of the numbers that have been KYC'd. Um, when do you think would second migration of Pi occur? And now that's something that, remember, each and every person's second migration is customized to that individual. So, but when it's activated, each and every person will be able to do it at a certain given period. So, um, I'm not sure of that yet, but I'll still ask around and see when that could be. But I don't think that is a priority of the core team, considering what they're working on at the moment. But it's going to happen. Don't worry about that. It will probably be pre open mainnet. It will be pre open mainnet. All right, people. I need to go do the. Let me read Team Music's thing, and then I'll go do the Ice Network show. Actually, I'll give it 5 minutes. I've seen a few people coming in. Of course, if you give a super chat or something, then I'll stay a bit longer. If you don't, then obviously, unless you're a member like Lizzie, and there's somebody who's produced a music for me, a beat for me like Team Music International, which is, it would be a brilliant option to assign every pioneer a migration queue number. Let me see, that they can use to track the progress of their mainnet migration as soon as they finish step 7. Yeah, that's also cool. It's cool, like, you order something from Amazon, you're able to track where your product, your order is, something like that. Lizzie's saying, my spider scenes are telling me that the core team knows more about what's going on in the crypto world. That's why they're in no rush for mainnet. I think they want to be the bull run. Yeah, just like I said. So it has to be during the bull run, of course. So it will not be during Pi Day, and most likely it will not be before Pi 2. They will be after Pi 2 Day, just like I've said. So just bear that in mind. I've said that several times. Bear that in mind. You heard it on Rays United. You see the countdown, the unofficial countdown here. So look at that countdown and you will remember what I said. I do my countdowns and I know why I do that. I know reasons why I do that. Let's see what others are saying. Okay. Yep. So the next show is coming, guys. This is a nice one. Sorry about that. I couldn't. Happy New Year to all of you. This is the end of year show, but listen, the whole end of year show is going to be culminated in the ICE Network show. So really make yourself available there. Inform your people. This is going to be important to find you guys there. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Take care of yourselves. Name is Ray. Channel is Rays United. What is peace? And I love you. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Rays united. Oh my God, Rays made another one. Woo!